So you picked a number of the famous people who later went on to great fame and fortune. And then the first show goes on, right when it's over, are you convinced you have a great hit forever, or you're not sure?
When we were beginning, I've said this often, but I had all the ingredients, I just didn't have the recipe. So between the first show and the second show, we changed. Second show was Paul Simon. Third show was Rob Reiner with Penny Marshall. And by the fourth show, we'd sort of found the show with Candy Bergen. We found the show that resembles the show today.
So the original idea was to have a cast of characters, the not ready for primetime players, as they were called, and a host.
A different host every week.
Who was your host the first week, the first show?
George Carlin.
And was he so funny in those days you knew it would be a hit, or was he too complicated?
No, I knew that he had monologues that would work, and I thought he was funny. The biggest controversy in that first show was the network wanted him to wear a suit, a jacket and tie, and he didn't want to. He wanted to wear a T-shirt. It was not the biggest thing in my life. I was let him wear what he wants, but the compromise, which took up a lot of time on show day, was he wore a suit with a T-shirt, which is the perfect solution.
So did you have to have a censor for words that might not be appropriate?
There was a lot of discussions about what we could do and what we couldn't do, and what you could do at 11:30 and what you could do at midnight. I think that we were, all those phrases from the 70s, like cutting edge and pushing the envelope and all that. I think we were just trying to reflect life as we were living it. And also, 1975 is the end of the Vietnam War. The president had resigned. New York City was bankrupt. It was a little window that opened where it wasn't business as usual.
All right, so from 1975, the late 70s or early 80s, how has humor changed? Or do people laugh at the same kind of things, or are there certain things you can make fun of now you couldn't, or vice versa?
There's almost nothing we did in the 70s that I could do now. Gilda Radner would not be able to play Rosanna Zanardana. John Belushi would not be able to play Japanese. Garrett Morris doing News for the Hard of Hearing would have been making fun of a handicap. So it's just all values change. And then I always say that between the movie Arthur and the movie Arthur II, alcoholism became a disease. And no one wanted to laugh at drunks anymore, whereas for 200 years they'd laughed at drunks.